The Wagon be looking so good. So if you missed yesterday's video, the thing is alive and well, and it rips. So today we're gonna do some more testing, drive the car to the hobby shop, put it on the lift, put a fresh oil change in to make sure there's no anything in the oil, check over all that kind of stuff, make sure everything is still tight under the car, and then once that checks out, we can do some more reps. This thing is so much fun to drive, and I absolutely love this. Is this straight down?
So you gotta kind of follow it.
Follow this one? Okay, let me see. Yeah, we're doing this today because yesterday all of this was very, very, very hot. Can you move it a little bit? I found that, I know that I found this one.
Where it's coming in?
Hang on, let me get farther down there. Jeez, like I'm way in here. Oh yeah, there, I got it. Is this it? Oh, great success. Whew, that was way down there. Now we can wire this up to this one here, and our AFR gauge will work properly. Yesterday we just tested, but today we're actually fully securing it. That way we can drive the car and make sure we're not running rich or running lean, and then go from there. It starts so perfectly. And again, everything here is looking good. We still have one little tiny leak on the feed line to the turbo, which we will fix later on today. But other than that, the car is running absolutely great. There's still no leaks under the car. It just... such a good sound. Let's grab our POV hat and our GoPro mount just in case. So you can see the AFR gauge is reading, but it's not calibrated yet. So until this is calibrated, we know exactly where it's at. We're not gonna like rip on the car just yet, because 7.5 is like insanely rich. And I'm pretty sure the car is not actually at that, but until we for sure know, we're not gonna try and rip on it too yet. But hopefully once that's calibrated, we can get some full pulls in. See what we got. This looks clean. I may need to tighten up this power steering a little bit. It's not dripping, but I can see some and maybe when I just tighten it down, but it's not dripping. This looks good. There's a little bit of residue right there. Where's it coming from?
It's probably that pan. Remember I was telling you about the pan?
Oh, yeah.
So it probably just doesn't seal.
Yeah.
I've always had that one. I've always had that.
This looks like it might be coming from the return right here, actually.
The who?
See, the pan apparently looks clean.
No, it's not, because I water tested. I tested it.
Okay.
It's coming from the. Once the turbo hits, it's not sealed enough.
Oh, it's going up. Okay, I got you. Otherwise, though, looking pretty clean under here. The rest of the pan looks super clean. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All I know, boys, this right here, a lift, like one day I'll have my own shop. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff in my barn, which it works, but it's kind of hard. One day, this is the goal. Nice concrete, a nice lift to have me my own shop. It's coming eventually. We'll get there. So looking at this right here is actually from yesterday when the oil up top was leaking. So this isn't actually a leak at all. And all of this right here is from we were bleeding the clutch, the slave cylinder. So that's just brake fluid right there. So this isn't a problem. That's not a problem. There's a slight one right here. But we might want to just loosen this return line or this drain line and push it closer, and that might fix that. But other than that, it looks very clean. No leaks from the filter housing or the cooler, which is good. Very pleased. It's looking nice down here. Quick little look under the car. You can see this is the Synchro rear diff. Similar to how the 4Motion looked, but a little bit smaller. So the drive shaft comes back and bolts up. Sway bar, control arms. Looks pretty cool. This is his external fuel pump. I forget which one this is, but it's loud and it pumps a lot of fuel. So this goes from, I think, the tank and then into here and then out. No, this goes into here through the filter and then to the pump and then around into the front of the car. Kind of cool to see all this. So we're gonna go ahead and drain just the basic oil we put in yesterday. Make sure there's no metal shavings that come out, and if it's good to go, we have some liquid moly 10W40 in the car. So we'll put some nice oil in once we drain out all this. Is pretty much, it's not breaking oil, but just cheap oil to run it for yesterday. And hopefully there's no metal in there. Whoa. There it is. The oil's looking super clean. It's a good sign. We'll check this in just a second. While that's draining, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up the rear drive shaft bolts to make sure they're still tight. And I'm gonna get a can of brake cleaner and clean all of this just to make sure we have no leaks anywhere. Like I said, this and this one are from yesterday, but we want to just make sure and just check and clean everything. See what we got. Woo! About a yeah, it looks clean. Here, lean it to one side and bring it back. So we got like metal shavings in the corner there. Then like tilt it back the other way. Just to see. I mean, all that looks clean.
I'm getting the dirt out.
Yeah.
But you can see a little shimmer.
Yeah.
But it's very fine.
I don't see no chunks or like fine pieces, so.
Yeah. And it looked like it got a lot of the dirt out too.
Yeah. All right, so the oil is looking good, which is a great sign. I've gone through and I've cleaned all of the pan, the trans, and all of the power steering lines. So for sure, next time we'll know if there's a leak or not, because I'm pretty sure all of this and stuff from over here and over here was just stuff from before. So now everything is clean and good to go. I did see one little possible puddle right there on the oil cooler. It might be from before. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off and then also tighten it down just a little bit. But other than that, it's clean now. Looking real good. So with everything under the car done, we're gonna go ahead and calibrate the AFR gauge now. And once that's good, fill it up with oil and we're ready to rip. Should I try and find you a bigger funnel or is that one good?
I need a smaller one.
Bro, that funnel is massive.
Yeah, I was like, they don't have the short.
Let's see how we're looking now. 14.8, 14.7. Way better than 7.5. So this is all calibrated now, it's good to go?
Yeah, it's reading now. So that's what the exhaust or the engine is kicking out.
Okay. Is that where you had it before or is it?
That's actually the best I've seen it. Usually it used to be 12.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was just something that needed to be reset or whatever.
Well, we also went from the 4-bar to the 3-bar, so.
It didn't matter. I was
on
the 3.
Okay.
Still up there, so
well,
that's
cool.
Good. This is where you should be at idle.
Nice. Well, we got good AFRs, we got fresh oil. She's looking good. Now, she's ready for some rips. All right, so at this point, we are ready to start doing some test pulls with the car. You can see it's idling at 14.4, 14.7, right in that range, which is great for idle. Now the test will be once we get into boost, if this number drops down, because if I'm explaining this correctly, as you get into boost, you want the car to push more fuel. If you run out of fuel while in boost or just run an engine at all, you can have you can blow up the engine basically. So we want to see this number go from like 14 at idle, once we're in boost, down to I think around like 11.5-ish, I'm saying that correctly, but somewhere around there. So that'll be the next step. If that checks out, if idle's good, while we're in boost is good, we are ready just to full send this thing. I cannot wait. We've been ripping this car, like, not ripping the car, but like just barely tapping it, and it's already like, it wants to go so bad. So once this checks out, she won't send it. Jeez. Wow, that thing was, whew. So,
it's dumping.
It dropped, feel like it was supposed to. We got down to about the 11.5 range or so I saw. Now we're back to 14.50 range because we're not using any of it. So that first little bit there looked to be good. So just we're testing, but man, wow. So yesterday we barely tapped it. That was the first time we actually stayed in boost for a little while, and yo, this thing is ridiculous.
All right, let's pray. Jeez. Got up to 18 on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a swap real quick. And I'm not full throttle on it.
Yeah.
And it went past 16, so I'm gonna do a swap real quick. We'll do it right over here.
I think your fronts are spinning. It feels like they are.
Really?
I don't know. It feels like they are when that boost hits. So right now, this is holding about 11.1, 10, 10, oh, 11, 10, and 10.9. So fuel-wise, we're looking perfect. I just have to boost it to hold properly, but.
Spiking 17.
Okay. This thing is a freight train. So far the car is running really, really well. We're gonna go through and pull off the manual boost gauge because it's still making too much boost. We're trying to gauge it at like 14, 15. So right now he's gonna pull it off and put a bypass speed. So it should be no more than like 14 or 15 PSI. We just wanna make sure that's gonna hold properly. The fuel looks great. And then once that's good, go back to the manual boost controller and then crank it up to like 18, 19. But dude, this thing, I wish you guys could feel how this feels. Little test hit here. Let's see what it does. Jeez. Dang. How much boost was that?
Way past.
I was about to say, that second pull you did, it sounded like a jet. It was ridiculous. I didn't say it pull at all, but that wouldn't even feel as crazy.
It ain't even reading boots right now. My vacuum's off. I'm reading no vacuum right now.
It's kind of crazy. This whole time I thought you were actually flooring it, and none of those pulls you've seen today have ever been floored. What'd you say, like what? 70% throttle? Jeez.
I tried to, every time I go full throttle, it just
It goes too much? Okay. This thing's gonna be, I thought it was crazy already at like partial throttle. I can't. Once we get it right and you actually floor it, it's gonna be insane. So overall, the car is looking really good. Everything mechanical wise is working. We did lose our boost gauge reading on the way home, so there might be a leak somewhere. But AFRs look good the entire time when idling and through the pull, so that's awesome. We just have to figure out the boosting issue. Other than that, I mean, it's making plenty of boost, but we want to actually be able to control it and not blow this thing up, because you see what, 21, 22, and then there goes the bottom end. So we got to control that with our gauge once it's working properly. But other than that, we haven't got no leaks. Everything's working properly. This thing rips. So sick. There she goes. The wagon is finally heading home. Even though Steve leaves in like less than a month, and the car will be back at my house until February, so we'll still see it all the time. But for now, she's heading out. Later, buddy. Cars everywhere out here. Man, I love that thing. God, I love that thing. It's crazy to think that car's at my house for about 7 months in one spot, and today she's finally gone home. I learned a lot in that rebuild. I've done VR6s before, but all the turbo stuff I'm kind of new to. But after doing that, I feel very confident. If I had all the pieces, I could easily boost my car, which I want to do so bad. But money. Is what it is though. I had fun with the rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed the little series of that car. We'll still see it plenty of times coming in the near future. We still have to figure out why the car is not holding boost at certain levels, but once that's good, we can go full throttle. Like today, I couldn't believe the car was only at 70% throttle. Like that thing is an absolute monster, and he wasn't even full throttle. So once that's figured out and we can get the car to like hold 17, 18, 19 pounds consistently and controllably, dude, that car is an absolute monster. But again, hope you enjoyed this series. Do not forget, be thankful every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.